In addition to His Highness, the Board of Trustees members present today are Dr. Roderick French, Dr. Ali Ashemlan, Mr. Hamid Jaffer, Baroness Honora O'Neill, Mr. Abdul Jalil Darwish, Dr. Anthony Coates, Mr. Joseph Brand, Mr. Riyad Sadiq, Dr. Skip Fletcher, and Mr. Maroon Saman. We thank them for their dedicated service to AUS. Also on stage are members of the administration, Dr. Thomas Hostetler, Provost, Mr. George Debin, Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration, Dr. Moza Shehi, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. I think the students know her. Mr. Salim Al-Qasirat, Vice Chancellor for Public Affairs. Mr. Ali Shahemi, Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management. Dr. Nada Murtada Sabah, Vice Chancellor for Development and Alumni Affairs. Development and Alumni Affairs will be in your lives for the next few decades. Ms. Linda Ataya, Registrar. Dr. William Heidkamp, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. This is Dr. Heidkamp's last graduation with us, and we thank him for all he's done. Mr. Peter Di Sabatino, Dean of the College of Architecture, Art and Design. Dr. Malcolm Richards, Dean of the School of Business and Management. Dr. Yusuf El Asaf, Dean of the College of Engineering. Ms. Kathy Ray, University Librarian. Other members of the stage party will be introduced during today's ceremony. It is an AUS tradition that at commencement, a member of the class speaks on behalf of fellow graduates. The student is selected through a competition among undergraduate students. The speaker for the class of 2010 is Ms. Sana Aisha Arshad from the College of Arts and Sciences. Ms. Arshad is pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communications with a concentration in Public Relations and a minor in Psychology.
Thank you. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, Assalamu alaikum, and a warm welcome to all. His Highness, Chancellor Heath, faculty, staff, parents, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to the graduation of the American University of Sharjah's class of 2010. Standing here today, it is hard to imagine being an idealistic freshman only 4 years ago. I had assumed then that I would only learn about my major and that I would not study courses in other disciplines. As I made my way to my senior year, I realized that this was not so. In fact, we, the students in AUS, have all the finest resources at our disposal. From studying about Freud's dream theories to existentialism, from US foreign policy to the history of Arab poetry and prose, from the composition of heavenly bodies to seismic activity on Earth, I am proud to say that I have been exposed to it all. I would even go so far as to say that the degrees we receive today are not enough to contain the vast knowledge we have gained. To a certain extent, this learning process makes our graduation from university something to regret. Because where else can you jump from world history to science to literature, all in a matter of few hours? No wonder college students are so sleep deprived. People say college is a place to test your beliefs, to stretch them till they tear, or to replace them with new ones. As freshmen, we all knew university would be quite different from high school, but nothing could prepare us for our first day at AUS. In school, we grew up with the same people in the same classes year after year. But here, we were given one class after another, each with a completely diverse batch of students. I clearly recall the bubbly, nervous feeling that I would not be able to fit in, and envied those of my peers who seemed to blend right in. It was only later that I realized they were also struggling, just like me, to find their place over here. We ranged from social butterflies to socially awkwards. But the beauty of university is that it helps you find people on your wavelength. Since that first day, we have all found our second family here who are also our identity. These are the people who have stuck with us over the years and stopped us from changing ourselves for others. They range from the people we met in classes to the people we met while waiting for the university buses. They brought Red Bulls for those stressful all-nighters, danced with us when we got A's, let us cry on their shoulders when we messed up. But most importantly, they helped us find our place and identity in this university. One of the strongest memories I have of my freshman year is this constant feeling of stress and nervousness. Standing here today, I'm once again experiencing that sharp tinge of uncertainty, just like the rest of the graduating class. Fellow graduates, today, as we start struggling to make our name in the real world, embrace these feelings and stop them from breaking you. Because as Franklin Roosevelt once said, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. So make use of your nervous energy and tumble wholeheartedly into your work, because uncertainty goes hand in hand with dedication to one's work. The differences between our sheltered life in university and the real world are many, but do not let these daunt you in any way. Just like you found your place in AUS, you will do the same in the real world. Figure out what you truly want and go after it with everything you possess, believing that you can achieve almost anything you desire. Undoubtedly, you will come across things you do not know, or skills that you do not possess but that others do. Do not become discouraged. Learn to accept that life is a process of learning, and every day you are learning something new. Be proud of how far you have come, how hard you have worked to stand here today, and how much you still need to learn. There are many factors that helped us get through these last few years, but I have realized that one of the most important things was having faith. By faith, I'm referring to anything that inspires you and spurs you to push harder. In my darkest hours, whether that was when I felt completely inadequate in my chosen major, or when I brought the whole class curve down, this faith was what kept me going. But as we face bigger challenges tomorrow, we need our faith more than ever. So do not let anyone break this belief, because your faith is your strongest weapon. At some point, you will surely come to a crossroad where no one clear path seems to reveal itself. Rather than waiting for a scarecrow to point the way for you, just close your eyes and believe in your faith, and the right path will show itself to you. As I end this speech, I would like you each to think of the people who have inspired you. Take a moment to thank all of them, because they helped you to build today, and they are the ones who will support you as you start building your tomorrow. And since your families are so proud and relieved that you finally graduated today, it would also be an excellent time to ask for money. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause to the 2010 graduating class.